Missouri's highest court is rejecting calls to change the August ballot question on income taxes, so it's now confirmed that you will see a question asking if you want to repeal the state income tax. The tax would be replaced by sales taxes. Hannah Falcon breaks down what this means for you.
When going to vote on the governor's income tax plan in August, Missouri voters will see a ballot question that includes this sentence saying it will curtail constitutional limits on taxing goods and services. This was written by an appeals court because the judges wanted to make it clear that this, if passed, would give politicians the power to raise or change sales taxes without voter approval. The Missouri Supreme Court ruled Monday morning it will not take another look at this language. Attorney General Catherine Hanaway's office says, quote, "We are disappointed in the Supreme Court's decision to not correct this mistake, but are proud of the work of our team and yet another victory against liberal lawfare." Scott Sharton is on the campaign against Amendment 5 and says politicians are trying to trick voters.
It would be the biggest tax increase in Missouri history, and under the language of Amendment 5, you wouldn't get a vote on it.
I'm a little ticked off. I'm a little frustrated.
Voter Bess Hales says she feels like her representation in Jefferson City is not listening.
So we are disproportionately harming our community by taking away income tax so that billionaires can save more money and putting it on sales tax, which people have to do in order to survive.
Governor Mike Kehoe defends the plan to cut income taxes, saying the judges are acting in favor of special interest groups and, quote, "We remain confident that passing Amendment 5 is the best opportunity for Missourians to modernize our state's outdated tax code, provide economic growth, and bring relief to families through income and property tax cuts." Voters will decide on this tax plan August 4th in the Missouri primary. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon.
Well, after a heavy